Hi, people's Killer J here.
Host Perfect Welch here.
In today's Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy 2021 video game.
Yeah. Um, this game looks pretty fun. I've heard very good things about this game. This is definitely better than the Avengers game Square made not too long ago. That one was terrible.
Indeed. It's released on PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox S, and X. So I got it for the Xbox Series S. Genre is action adventure, mode is single player, but the cutscenes in this game are really nicely done. The story mode is really good in this game.
Yeah.
It's like, you got one of the actors from the Telltale games to play Drax in this game from the Telltale Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Yeah.
So it's one of the Telltale actors in this game. But all the actors here do a good job there.
Yeah, that's good.
What can I say about it? It's like one of the better games I played this year. Terms of gameplay, plays like a typical first-person shooter, but you have your guardians assisting you with tougher enemies.
Yeah. And from what I've heard of this game kind of tones down the MCU influence, which is a good thing, because a lot of games have been hurt from the MCU influence. Like, look at Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, for example. There was no X-Men, no Deadpool, all because they weren't part of the MCU. And the game suffered for it.
Which is sad. Which is sad, by the way.
Yeah. Like, you can't... Like, hell, the whole Marvel vs. Capcom thing started because of Street Fighter vs. X-Men on, like, PlayStation, Sega Saturn. Street Fighter vs. X-Men game.
Yes.
They just cut... And they just cut, like, all of the X-Men and no Deadpool, even though he's, like, one of the most popular Marvel characters these days. Though, Guardians, I guess, wouldn't be one place I wouldn't mind MCU influence, because, one, I've actually watched the movies more recently. I actually they're not perfect, but I do actually enjoy the Guardians movies. I know someone wouldn't be appreciative, would probably meme on me for that, but,
yeah.
But he's cool anyway, so I don't care.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah. There are some, but still, I do appreciate that they didn't do that.
This game here has a good story mode. And it's not half baked like the Avengers story mode. They put effort into it. There's chapters where you fight, beam up combat, and there's chapters. A chapter I just did a while ago where you were in space shooting enemies in a spaceship. That was good.
Yeah.
Shooting the spaceship and fighting the bosses are pretty insane there.
Mm-hmm.
I actually enjoyed this game for what it is. It's a pretty good single player. Surprisingly, this game got no hype around it, and it turned out to be one of the better games this year.
Yeah.
That's why game developers need to put effort in their games nowadays. But here there was effort put into this there.
Yeah.
You can tell with the graphics, you can tell with the gameplay, you can tell with the story, the cutscenes and all that stuff.
Yeah, like the Spider-Man Insomniac game was great. This one's not made by Insomniac, it's made by Square Enix, but still a great game. And I know there's a new Wolverine game being made by Insomniac that's coming out too.
Yes.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind if there was a Marvel game universe. Even if it, that would, kind of be meant to parallel the MCU. I think that would actually be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, this is episode, it's the 400 some episode there. But all I want to know, what's, the positive reviews, okay, synopsis. It takes place several years after Massive Interstellar left its mark. So, the guy that voices Peter Quill is a pretty good voice actor. He does a good job as his character.
Yeah, I see you're playing as Star-Lord right now.
Yeah. You play as Star-Lord throughout the game. It's about Star-Lord, but you can control your Guardians, and the Guardians help you out in this game. They actually help you out with certain things to do. Help with the stronger enemies, because they can... Gamora can do her slash ability. Drax can do his melee ability. Rocket Raccoon can do his explosives. Groot can do his... tangle them up with his vines and tree bushes.
Yeah.
He can tangle them up. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a very fun game, you know. If it goes on sale on Boxing Day, yeah, go get it there. So would be worth the purchase there. Or if you have a lot of money on you, and you want to support them for this game, you go right ahead and buy it.
Yeah, like support the good Marvel games Square Enix makes, like this one, not the one like the Avengers games.
The Avengers was like, eh.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah, I'm glad they're at least on the right track. That means they've at least learned from the Avengers game, probably.
Yeah. I like Drax's story. It's pretty cool. Gamora's pretty cool, too.
I think Drax and Gamora are probably my favorite of the Guardians.
For sure. I liked all the characters in this game. All the Guardians. They all had something that stood up in that stood up there is like personality or whatever, however you say it there.
Yeah.
They stood up really well for their characters there.
Oh yeah, like I like all the Guardians. I like how they all stand out on their own.
It's Oh yeah, Peter Quill, the main voice actor, or I mean Star-Lord. He gets elemental guns on his 13th birthday.
Oh yeah, that's badass.
It is bad.
Yeah.
It's badass, sir. The acting, the characters, all that stuff's good about this game.
Oh.
I know there's some games with terrible acting, but this game you can tell you got some of the best actors for this game for the characters there. And the character designs are pretty good too there. They actually represent the characters. And actually, need to mention this, you can actually unlock costumes in this game just by playing it. You can just go out of your way and unlock costumes. You unlock costumes from the movies too.
Right. Yeah, that's how you do MCU representation, as like, cameos. Like bonuses. Like, that's cool.
You don't have to pay for the costume, you just have to unlock them by playing the game. The single player, I mean. So, it's good in that aspect. And more developers should take suit to do this type of thing there. If you want unlockable costumes, you just unlock them by playing the game. You don't have to pay for them out of your wallet or anything like that. Or your prepaid or your virtual wallet.
Yeah.
So, for my rating on this game as it stands, for my rating, I give it a solid... I don't know if I should give it a 10 or not. I'm not too sure. I'm kind of thinking about giving it a 10.
But if you want to do that, speak with your heart, dude.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give it a 10. I think this is my favorite game of all this. Up to Resident Evil 8 Village is my favorite game this year.
So, game of the year. So, Resident Evil 8 and Guardians. So, yeah, this year is not seemingly not been a bad year for gaming. It's just... The only reason this year and last year were kind of lackluster was because of the whole COVID pandemic stuff. Which sucked, but, it is what it is. Unfortunately.
And this is a Killer J here.
Perfect Welch.
And final thoughts, go try out this game.
Yeah, I will.
Definitely. Alright, peace out. Hi, People's Code G here.
This is Benjamin and the Eagles was so extreme.
And today we review Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy 2021 video game.
It seems like the video game looks better than the 2 movies,
I know.
and I like that because that's the beauty of the sometimes video game is better than movies.
But this game here is really surprisingly good there, especially for especially for a Marvel game there.
Yeah.
It was developed by Eidos Montreal and publisher Square Enix. It was released on PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S.
Right.
Release date October 2006, 2021. Genre action adventure, mode single player.
Alright.
I'm like 10 chapters into this game. It's really good.
Alright, I can tell. Yeah.
The cutscenes itself is what immerses you into the gameplay. The gameplay too there.
Yeah.
You have to use all your guardians if you want to get past these enemies because they're tough.
Yeah.
Because later on you face the tougher enemies, you definitely need to help your team rally up in that there, and it helps.
Oh yeah. Like Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, and all the other ones. Yeah.
Rocket Raccoon and Groot.
As well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Batista played as Drax, so it makes sense.
Well, the one that's playing Drax is the guy from the Telltale game, Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy there.
Yeah, I see. It doesn't surprise me that Batista did not voice this version of Drax.
No. What I'm trying to say, I like this game for the fact that the gameplay is really good. The shooting gameplay. Go ahead. The shooting gameplay is good.
Yeah, looks like a very fun game, actually. Yeah.
It is episode 453.
Alright.
Yeah. I actually like this game for what it is.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yep.
I can tell.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
What else what am I trying to say? Hold on. Gameplay, plays good, and the fact is they got 80s music in here too, 80s rock and metal.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That's actually way better than the Avengers game that came out there.
Yeah.
But this game hits all the marks there. The reason I did review Welch, I gave it a 10 out of 10 because I really enjoyed this game for what it was this year.
Yeah.
This is a game that I got really hooked into the gameplay. I was addicted to the game there. It was yeah. You also melee them too and shoot your guns. The guns the abilities unlocked so far are the freeze element and the electrical element. And there's two other gun perks you can unlock later on in the game there.
Mm-hmm.
But I unlocked the electrical one and the freeze one.
Yeah.
And this game is really long. It's like 16. It's like 16 chapters of gameplay. There's cutscenes and there's some different sections of spaceship sections. You're on your spaceship shooting other spaceships. It's pretty cool there.
Yeah.
This game does have some variety in its gameplay, so
That's good.
you give it that. But I like the action more or less when we fight the enemies there.
Yeah.
I like the cutscenes too. They're really good. The cutscenes are really good. Really good gameplay with the cutscenes and the cinematics. Cinematics. What I'm trying to say, the story is really good.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's see. Synopsis. Basically, the guy that plays Peter Quill is a very good actor in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the story takes place after several master massive stellar world that has left its mark on the entire galaxy, which is still dealing with devastating consequences. Among those that are exploiting the situation are the Guardians of the Galaxy, a pack of mercenaries led by Peter Quill, / Star-Lord. So.
Yeah, I see.
And also, if you can unlock the costumes in this game of the movie, the Guardians of the Galaxy costume movies there. From the movie, you can unlock those costumes there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you're gonna unlock them by playing the game. You don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Just play the single player, look for the collectibles, and you got the costumes.
Yeah.
And it changes the character's appearance too.
Yeah.
So this game here is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I like it. I wanted to do this for a while there.
Yep.
Still there, Benjamin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a unique game. That's why I'm just looking. I was in a mind video, and I personally think this would take a lot of superior gaming to another level. You know.
Indeed. I think this game did its own thing, and that's good. It did its own thing too.
Yeah.
And that's what game developers need to do if they're gonna make a movie, make a game based on a property. Do your own thing with it, especially a famous property like Marvel.
Yes.
Hold on a second. And
it looks good, though.
Go ahead.
And the game looks good. It looks really unique. I mean, in its own style. I mean, that's what the game industry needs to be more focused on in its own style. Make game, more playable again.
Make games fun again.
Yes.
Like the 6th gen, the games were fun.
Oh yes.
The concepts were good too. The ideas.
Oh yeah.
Midway was when Midway was at its peak.
Oh yeah, Midway at its peak, yeah.
So especially with the 3D Mortal Kombat, because they're doing different stuff with it.
Yeah, I mean the Rare wasn't really at its peak anymore, but you still had some games from Rare as well.
Yeah, you had games from Rare from time to time.
Yeah, because I was a huge mark for Rareware ever since I was a kid.
Me, it was Midway.
Midway, Rareware for me. Yeah, Ubisoft to a degree with Rayman and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Me, it was mostly Midway.
Yeah, Midway I love Midway myself.
But the story mode here, very good, very good.
Yeah.
Like the graphics are pretty good. They're very nicely well detailed. The graphics are really good in this game.
Yeah.
And what else do you have to say about Benjamin?
Yeah, I personally think it's a very playable, a very fun playable game out there.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So this is episode 453. Coming up next, I don't know what review is going to be there, so I'll have someone set up.
All right.
But yeah, I'm gonna work on some more.
All right.
I give this game a 10 out of 10.
I will give it 10 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, because it has Easter eggs there from Star Wars and the Marvel stuff, and there's like a little old school Chewbacca figurine in this game you remember those old Star Wars figurines there back in the day? They have an old school Chewbacca figurine in the game. It's like a nice little Easter egg.
Right.
This game has some Easter eggs in it. It's pretty cool there.
Mm-hmm.
Final thoughts, Benjamin?
Yeah. I wish there need more Marvel games similar to this, but making its own. Like, I wouldn't mind a Venom his own game, or even Ghost Rider as his own game. That would have been cool too, because I'm a huge mark for Ghost Rider and Blade even.
Blade would be nice there.
Yeah.
Blade would be nice. So this review is going on. Go ahead.
Yeah. That would be he would fight against other vampires in the game as well.
Indeed. Coming up next will be another game review, but there's probably gonna be something else in between there.
All right.
Probably gonna be a different type of video there. Probably an RMG podcast or a movie review. Who knows?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, viewers out there. This was one of my favorite games to review, and I'm gonna finish the game later on. There, I'm 10 chapters in, so I want to give my thoughts on it as soon as I could there. So give my thoughts on it and just say that go and buy this game.
All right.
So this is Killer J here.